Welcome to another episode of Listen to the Heartbeat with Aaron G. Today I have one of my favorite young men with me. I be laughing at him behind the scene, but I be laughing at him. He smooth as hell, and he know a lot of the young people that I know. But what I'm going to ask him a question, tell me at your age, how do you see you as a black man? What are some of the challenges that you face just being a young black man?
First and foremost, I would probably say just I would say guidance, understanding, not being taught financial literacy as a kid, being raised by a single mother, pop's been in prison for 20 years, just not learning everything we learning now, me and my brothers and sisters is like on the fly. So I would say the biggest thing is like we learned everything on the fly. We wasn't taught. My mom was just taught to, love, protect, and care for us. So when we got in this free world, it's like, I pay the bill, wasn't taught no financial literacy, credit. I say the biggest struggle right now is just finding a career where you can be okay financially to me and raising kids and stuff like that without, like I said, like you just doing it on the fly. Because man, we coming from a gang banging environment. So we never was taught like how to save money, how to get a career job, go to college. Nobody ever did it. So everything we do now, we just learn that on the fly. And I think that's the biggest obstacle for me personally is like finding stability in life as far as like a career, good job, um, being self efficient. But I would say for me, that's probably the biggest struggle.
That's interesting because being on the fly reminds me of like back when I was younger. They did teach us those things, and they told us what I enjoyed about. So I'm like at the end of the baby boomer generation.
Mm.
And so the elders that taught us was from the silent generation, and they called the great generation, the people from the 1800s on up to about to 1932. And their deal was get an education, right?
They taught us
And
how to.
yeah, and education was not liberation, but it was a door to understanding, right, how to save money, how to collectively, for instance, some of these families like the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, right? The reason they stay so powerful is them everybody got, it's let's just say if they family is worth $1 million. Them motherfuckers will go get $1 million fucking insurance policies on everybody,
That makes sense though.
right? But then they live off the interest of that insurance, right? I do understand being held back by being on the fly. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And that's what has held us back because it always end up saying, what do I do? And so I got stuck in I so much because I experienced this similar situation being on the fly. I experienced it until the old timers came and said, whatever your hustle is, get in, get out. And make sure if you're going to school, you working, whatever, make sure you bring it back to the family so family can become the first community. However, one of the things about us as a people that people don't realize when they implemented this Willie Lynch protocol many years ago, it still is affecting us because one of the tools inside the Willie Lynch type of turning a human into somebody inhumane was to implement jealousy, envy, distrust, right? And we see it amongst our community a lot compared to in the 60s. In the 60s, some of the social programs we have right now comes from the Black Panther Party. WIC, feeding people at school, right? It's a whole bunch of social programs that came from the Black Panther Party. So when we take a look at that, some of them were educated, some of them was field soldier, right? Or some of them protected the community. Because when I was a kid, when you heard it could have been your daddy say, tell the women, get them kids and get in the house. They was finna have a shootout with
For sure.
with the white boy,
Yeah, no question.
with the cops. Yeah, they was protecting the
Yeah, for
community.
sure.
Whereas nowadays, there are so many distractions that
Man.
I'll use even in my own little family. Look, everybody that God has put forward, even you. Hey, hey y'all, I hope y'all hear this. I'm their number one fan. Even when they ass mad at me, I'm their number one fan.
No, for real. I can tell Angel that too.
I'm their number one fan because for them to, number one, not be caught up, because it's easy to just get caught up. I have a friend, man. He worked for one of them three-letter agencies, right? So I was kind of mentally sweet. And I was coming home from school, and he said, "Woo!" So that lets you know he's a cop, right? And he said, let me drive you home because you sleep. I'm going to leave it at that, right? You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay. But I'm their number one fan, and I like that you remind me that you still have deep down in your heart this sense of community,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
right? But do be real clear, the attack is still on. So it was a plan that Dad be separated. Now I can tell you, most motherfucking men that done did any fucking time, they seen their ass as a threat.
Yeah, that's I mean, you know that you experienced that, and even when we was from on carriage, living on carriage, and my mom, she was fortunate in being like a drug dealer. She didn't want to do that shit, and it was real tricky and rich. We was little and young, but it's like I'm 35 years old. My dad, he did the 20-year bid, but besides the 20-year bid, he did total like 26, 27 years of jail, and it's crazy because I don't understand for the life of me. I mean, you know more different than I do, but all my cousins' dad, everybody dad did prison time. So growing up, nobody had a daddy around. Nobody. So anybody that tried to deadhead a father or something like that, we would latch on to because we wanted like some type of male guidance. And I talked to Angel. I'm like, no matter what y'all go through, she knows. I'm like, dude, y'all had Keith your whole life pretty much. Since he came in, you've had this man in your life. Like at the end of the day, to y'all, they just receive your message wrong at times. From all the girls, they don't understand the bigger picture that you're trying to preach to them. And I tell them, Angel talk, I'm like, dude, I wish now my dad, I've got a better relationship, but it's been times where like I'm like, Keith is somebody you can go to and like he been through it all. He know it all. So it's okay to receive his message. He's just trying to get y'all better. But there's such women that they have too much pride and they don't. I told the other day, I said, bro, you go to school, go and do the stuff that the Army lady told me to do, get you a career, Keith can put you into position. He got all these plugs and connects, and y'all don't want to use it. And that's why we feel like you say in our community, it could be one black person in our family. They get on here for big money. But they ain't about to put me on. Like it's been plenty of my cousins that got money and hid, and like I'm trying to get an opportunity. Man, they're not gonna give me the opportunity because they do not want me to be on the same level as them. And everybody is like not granted the same situation. You just got I learned now, I just gotta go get it myself. I got kids, so that's just my mindset. I want them to have a great future in life. Everything they're going, like you said, the attack and stuff like that, it's a battle every single day. When I go to work, from waking up to dealing with my kids, dealing with life in general, and like I tell them all the time, I'm like, Keith, I told him, I said, this dude is so smart and intelligent, but you've been smart since I've known you since I was a kid. And you went the computer thing. I'm like, it wasn't normal, like to see people that intelligent in the black community. So you see it, black people be like, oh, you don't want to be like that. But if I can go back, man, I would do so many things different. And I'm the type of dude, if you tell me something, I'm gonna listen to it. I'm one of them black kids. I like to like learn, and then on top of that, like since I already respect you and you got a lot of knowledge, why I want to learn. I want to know. So if it's something that you tell me, I'm like, man, I'm trying to get it. And pretty time ain't. I'm like, bro, Keith just told you y'all went to my sack, y'all did all of this. He connected you with all these people. You can't keep thinking and putting it off and putting it off and putting it off and can't be victimizing yourself. We got to figure it out. Ain't no victim. We just got to do what we got to do. This is what we've been taught. So,
You on to something, and thank you for sharing that. Thank you for your kind words. You on to something. Also, part of the Only Bench program was to create a victim mentality, right? So again, I was sharing with you prior to turning this on, when we can correct a woman, that means we can give her direction. And as a man, something that's instinctively in every man, once a woman can be corrected and they fall in direction, ain't no way you're not going to protect them. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Even, look, man, let me tell you something. My other children, I watch them from afar and I say, I'll never go. They'd have to do a DNA test to find out and come ask me a question. I'll never go step in their life. And I showed Ariana and Aaron, these are sisters, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll never step in their life. However, the men that raised them when I thought I was going to do all day, right? You call me smart. Well, I was smart enough to know I didn't want to go to no shootout. I didn't want to go do it, right? Uh,
Yeah.
right. So I decided to do what I enjoy doing, and I've been going to school since 15. And I know the school system is like an indoctrination center, but it's a lot of money there. Plus, they have equipment. Just think about what you might want to create a business for your family. Well, then you go find a local community college. I like Mount Side because it ranked number one hey, look, there's so many resources. And the trip is, I meet every day. So that means I get to meet out of the 37,000 people, a lot of people that has the sense of community. Because family is the first community. However, when it comes to the black man and woman, we have to learn what has happened to us. These motherfuckers were smart. They attacked us biologically and chemically years ago, putting a woman, raping the ancestors, right? Putting them outside with the kids while they hang the man, right? That shit went from a biological chemical reaction. Therefore, when it comes to us getting together, they ain't gonna tell y'all on the other side of the crab in the barrel story. Do you know the other side of the crab in the barrel story? They only tell you, oh yeah, one gonna get out there and he gonna get out. So that when we see that one get something to break, right? We say, yeah, that motherfucker got out. Well, so the crab in the barrel story was that it's the elders that's at the bottom of the motherfucking barrel. And they keep pushing motherfuckers, pain, to a motherfucker to get to the top. Then the real story is that motherfucker got to the top. You got to the top and you realize about all that struggle till you get to the top. You realize, damn, I got the strength of their ancestors. And shit, you reach back and grab a motherfucker. And they grabbed all the ancestors and all the ancestors crawled out first. And you was the last one to come because you was the first one at the top because you was the strongest. The analogy of the story is that some of us is given legacy.
That's right.
See, you probably got legacy, right? So you see different than most people in your age bracket, right? Because you have endured more and yet you have craved, right? You guys crave that male correction and direction.
For sure.
And
100%.
you've seen that, like your father and many of the other men and uncles, 100% them motherfuckers was strong. They was too strong for their time. So they might have got life for a sneaker. Yeah, because when they implemented the 3 strike laws and all of the laws, that was just
my dad, it lasted, when he did this 20 years, man, it was for a regular bullshit robbery. Nigga, 20 years. 3 strikes.
see. So that was a turn.
That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So even like when you're saying that, I'm just sitting there listening like, you know, the cycle continues and like, it's like, even me, I'd be so flustered and like frustrated because I don't know how to break the cycle. I'm not gonna lie. I think I know, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we still doing the same thing and, you know, making the same decisions. And like I tell any of my family, especially in my group, like, we got to band together, man. We got to come together and try to make this like a family business, anything that's for positive, and your kids can start getting some money, and we can build a legacy for them, like you said. And I've never seen nobody successful. I haven't had one successful person in my family, in my lineage. So it's like, man, one of us got to be that. We have to be that. Like you were just saying with the schooling and stuff like that. Like, and now that I'm at a stage in my life where it's like, I'm at a turning point where like, you just want different, man. You just tired of the same life, the same struggling, bullshit, the same families be so dysfunctional against each other, like you said. It's no together. They put that because it's no togetherness when it comes to black people. This one get mad at this one. Auntie don't like that auntie. And even a lot of people, even with you, what I noticed with even Angel family, with her aunties and them, it's like everybody love Keith when they want to use him for something because he got a lot of resources or he know how to do everything. So everybody want to, oh, Keith, can you help me with this?
When they want
When they want to holler at me, but oh, y'all don't agree with them on it. It's just because they women and because you right, they just hate to tell you like, oh, Keith, no, you're right. Like that's right. We can't follow you and do that because there's no way in the long as you've been around. I'm talking about Letha and them. All as long as you've been around that you shouldn't be the leader of everybody. It's no reason why, but that comes because they just don't want to admit it. Be like, man, this dude right. He's somebody we can follow.
We shouldn't. Now, when you mention that, now this is what I know. We shouldn't want for nothing at all because they everywhere, right? And they have every other week they might got little tiny, little Johnny, and they are young people who may have the same yearning to have a positive person in their life so they can grow up. But they missing seeing this one thing my mama did tell me. I love my grandma. Oh no. My grandma was 78 years old. She said, Keith, what you doing on Wednesday? I said, what you want me to do, grandma? She said, I want you to come with me. It's something real important. I mean, you learn. Now I was out there in the lane, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when I give my word, I'm there. So we went to Bible study, right? And she said, now I need to bring you here for Bible study, boy. After Bible study, me and 5 other women got to get together. And all we need to do every week is pick the flowers and go out in front of the pool pit. But I want you to pay attention. You hear me? She said it real intensely. So I'm in their flower guild meeting. They only have 3 options. It should only take 30 minutes. It took a whole hour, right? And they said, well, we gonna have to call each other back to decide because they couldn't decide. And as we was leaving out, Grandma grabbed me and she pinched me. She said, did you get the lesson, boy? And I said, what's the lesson, Grandma? She said, no matter me, Grandma's 76. I love my grandma. She said, no matter me, I'm talking about a woman. You get all us women together. It's gonna be hard to just come up with one thing. You see, all we had to do is come up with one flower. I'm ready to agree with anybody. It's only gonna be one flower. It's only one set of flowers. Keep every week, every Sunday. And I would always say that's one of the challenges is because some of the sisters believe that they are the man and the woman. They don't realize that they were created as energy in motion, emotion. That's all they can be. Feminine. Feminine is an intelligence. It's not the physical female. Masculine is not the physical us as men. It's power. And what I know when I deal with people, they don't want to hang around because they want stuff.
Yeah.
Right? I want power.
Yeah.
So I can go in any door. I go in doors, man. I'm gonna show you something for you be. I go in doors where people that got way more material stuff than me. I come in the door. Look, if they was all in this room and we came in the door, they'd all stand up. They don't have my frequency, but they got stuff. Yeah, stand up. Without each other. Oh, thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your kindness. Because some of us, we got legacy. We got real power. Keep yearning, right, for that connection, right? Because there's a book I got in the house. It's called How to Recover from the Willie Lynch Syndrome. Because automatically it's been ingrained to us. Our people, we were programmed to love master and to distrust each other. And you can see that all out in the community.
Man,
You can see it all out in the community.
it's crazy too.
I could tell just the people in my household, look, y'all don't understand. I'm in greatest way. I didn't clear so many paths. All you got to do is choose one and go see. Just go down that path and see if it will work for you. Go down this path, see if it will work for you. Go down that path, see if it will work for you. Because like me, I went down a path challenging Aaron and Angel 12 years ago. Fuck it, I'm going to be a network administration security manager. So I got down that path. I was almost complete. Then I say, I'm going to do television production. Because I'm going to tell our story. Got down that path. Say, I want to do audio media. And I was, about 2 weeks ago, I was going to do a video for Rising Scholars. Rising Scholars, y'all, shout out to Rising Scholars. And the counselor hit me back and say, hey, I know you're coming to do your video, but I did an audit on you. I said, how much I owe the IRS, you know? You know what I mean? She said, no, cut it out. Don't that kind of audit. Hey, make sure you wear a suit. For what? We gonna celebrate you. What you mean? Oh, you don't know you graduating. Dude, you're about to have 2 degrees. See, I go down the top and I just enjoy it to the point to where, damn, really?
Yeah.
I'm fine. So they give me a shirt. They say, you certified. None of you are certified scholar. It's one club down. Like your father and their brothers and them. They decide they want to go to Mount Side. I walk them straight down the stairs. Hey, this the club to be part of. Number one, to be a part of this club, you had to be incarcerated. It's called a second chance. Then they tell me, hey, look, can you video? We doing an event. What a video? It's called a second chance. You know, like the TED Talk? Yeah. We about to create our shit called Real Talk. Yours truly.
That's crazy.
Right, yours truly. Now, all that I wanted to do to be able to start a business for myself, right, is coming to this. It's happening. Now, all these brothers getting up. Even Clarence, man, come on at me, dude. Let's do an episode, right?
Right.
Let's do an episode because when we look back, think about what you said. It's powerful. You was looking for male figures for some correction and direction and guidance.
Yeah.
They was too. Because when I got back, when I got back to the United States in 1984, we was under siege by the CIA. Hey, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all. They was gonna kill a bunch of people in my community, even my family members, and I was affiliated with a unit. And I literally connected a 3-letter agency guy, and I say they're trying to kill my family members. And I remember him coming to me saying, they going to jail, they going to jail, they going to jail. Why they going to jail? Because if they don't, they're going to be assassinated. So they had planned on, like, your pops and all them, they had planned on us ass being dead. Yeah, we about to be no longer.
That makes sense though.
We're about to be no longer. Why? And the trip is, to this day, and I didn't know it, one day I was picking Cora up. We was staying on Abbey Lane. I was picking her up, and the police was swooped out of nowhere. Woo! Pulled us over. He said, give me your ID. Let me see your ID. I said, for what? And Cora got on nervous. Yeah, they calling us. Cora got on nervous, right? And I looked at him. I said, you ain't a Pomona police. Where'd you come from? He said, I know you too, right? He was Asian, but he had on their uniform. He sure did.
Man.
Right? And so we was under siege, man. And so that's an honor to just, one of the things that I'm hoping to do is to get us to just have this conversation.
Good dialogue.
Right? Because you matter, you know. All y'all matter. I know y'all really though in this trip though. I can tell all y'all, hey, come hang out with me. It's hard to explain, but just come hang out with me. Right? I don't care if the enemy's chasing you, right? Come hang out with me. I guarantee you at some point they just gonna stop. I can't tell you about it. Them motherfuckers gonna stop.
Stop.
They're gonna stop. They're gonna stop. Then let's do some stuff like, you know, you should be calling them the priests and the priestesses. Hey, look, get me on the road. I need to have this experience so that you can bring your families into this experience. See, because we have to connect back to our ancestors. Ain't no way in hell we done got this far without them.
Mhm.
Hey, look, if you knew you had motherfuckers fighting with you on the unseen like I do, because I be going through doors and I'm telling you, some of these doors, if you ever come through them with me, you look at these people, you can look at them and they want us dead. Right? And I walk up to them and I'm telling them, y'all know y'all already defeated, right? They want dead.
Man.
I said, y'all already defeated. Right? And some of my ancestors, they pissed off. So don't piss me off because I'll call them. Look, I call Aaron, y'all didn't even know it. So early this morning, I walked outside, I took my shoes off, put them on the ground, and I just kept saying, they said, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Guaranteed for y'all nigga, that motherfucker pretty sure. That's probably why Cora called him. Where you at? Where you at? Why? I do it to Ariana. Why? Look, gotta forgive yourself. Gotta forgive yourself. You gotta forgive yourself. I ain't gonna be calling you talking about whatever. No, mama, you gotta forgive yourself.
Right.
See, that's a key. No matter what you do out here, long as you learn to forgive you, then guess what? Then you can, when we start learning to forgive ourselves for the unloving and horrible things we felt about ourselves, then we can do the same for each other. Right? You don't have to sit down, I ain't gonna say that over here. But I'm gonna cut this off. Hey, listen, you heard it here. Oh, listen to the heartbeat with M&G. You heard it from the young man. The young man's craving, what our ancestors crave. And that's family, that's community. Peace out. Bitch, I'm hot. Get up and cut it off.
Man, I need to start doing podcast. I want to do podcast.